I have had a problem. I steal.
For over 3 decades, she's been a Hollywood icon, a red carpet queen, and an Oscar-winning actress. Her name is basically synonymous with cinematic excellence, a fiery-haired emblem of talent, ambition, and star power that just doesn't quit. But at 58, rumors are swirling about a move Nicole Kidman is making that seems to confirm what many of us have suspected for a while, that the non-stop glamour of Hollywood is no longer her #1 priority. Recent reports from Portugal have kicked the rumor mill into overdrive, suggesting she's looking to set up a new home base there. But this is way more than a simple change of address. Many are calling it a quiet admission, a signal that she's ready for a new chapter far from the constant pressures of the film industry. So, what's really behind these whispers, and what does it reveal about the future of one of our most beloved stars? This isn't just a story about a house. It's about a home, a legacy, and a life lived on her own terms. This is the story of how Nicole Kidman, after conquering Hollywood, is now choosing to redefine what success truly means. To get why this potential shift is such a big deal, we have to understand the world she seems to be slowly stepping away from. Nicole Kidman isn't just an actress. She's a cornerstone of modern Hollywood who has been navigating the industry for longer than many of today's stars have been alive. Her journey started, not under the LA lights, but under the hot sun of Australia. Born in Honolulu but raised in Sydney, she was a lanky, flame-haired kid with a passion for ballet and drama. That creative spirit found its first real outlet in Aussie films like Bush, Christmas, and BMX Bandits in the early 80s. But it was the 1989 thriller Dead Calm that changed everything. Her performance as a grieving mother terrorized at sea was a jolt of talent that echoed across the Pacific. It caught the attention of Hollywood, and more specifically, one of its biggest stars, Tom Cruise. Getting cast opposite him in Days of Thunder wasn't just a career move, it was a life-altering event. The film launched her into the stratosphere of global fame, and her marriage to Cruise in 1990 cemented her place in Hollywood's new royal class, the power couple. Suddenly, she wasn't just a promising actress anymore. She was one half of the most photographed, most talked about couple on the planet. Their every move was scrutinized, their every project dissected. This was the start of her long, complicated dance with the very machine she'd worked so hard to join. The pressure was insane. She had to prove she was more than just Mrs. Cruise, and she met that challenge with an incredible dedication to her craft. Throughout the 90s, she built a resume that was as daring as it was diverse. She showed off her comedic chops in To Die For, playing a ruthlessly ambitious weather reporter in a pitch-black satire. That role earned her a Golden Globe and proved she was a force to be reckoned with. She explored darker, more complex territory in Stanley Kubrick's final film, Eyes Wide Shut, a psychologically draining project that took years to finish. Then she sang and danced her way into our hearts as the tragic courtesan Satine in Baz Luhrmann's spectacular musical, Moulin Rouge, which earned her her first Oscar nomination. Her work was consistently bold, but it was after her very public divorce from Cruise in 2001 that Kidman entered a new, career-defining phase. Free from the shadow of her marriage, she delivered the performance of a lifetime. In the hours, she completely disappeared, transforming herself with a prosthetic nose and a haunted gaze to play the brilliant, tormented author Virginia Woolf. It was a stunning feat of acting that won her the Academy Award for Best Actress in 2003. She had reached the absolute peak of her profession, but what does it mean to get to the top of the Hollywood mountain? It means the spotlight never, ever turns off. It means your life is lived under the constant, unblinking eye of the camera, both on and off set. The problem with being an A-list actress for 4 decades is that it's baked into your existence. It's the relentless lack of privacy, the endless churn of the gossip mill, and the demand to stay eternally perfect in an industry notoriously tough on women as they age. Just think of the sheer exhaustion. Decades of 16-hour days on set, pouring every ounce of your soul into a role, only to then have to step onto a red carpet and be a flawless, glamorous brand. It's a double life that few can sustain without it taking a toll. For Kidman, who has always been intensely private, the gap between her quiet nature and her very public life must have been a constant struggle. This is the core of the problem. Of Hollywood, it demands everything, and for a long time, Kidman gave it what it wanted. But as the years went on, a subtle shift began. In 2006, Nicole Kidman married country music superstar Keith Urban. This wasn't just a personal turning point. It was a geographical and philosophical one, too. They made a conscious choice to make their primary home not in Beverly Hills or New York, but in Nashville, Tennessee. This wasn't just about real estate. It was about choosing a different lifestyle. Nashville offered something Hollywood couldn't, a shot at normalcy. In an interview with Harper's Bazaar, she talked about this life, saying, "Keith and I are very good at immediately clicking off because we have a really good life in Nashville that's very simple, quiet, and nourishing because we've made it like that." That quote says it all. The life they have is one they made a deliberate sanctuary built to be an antidote to the chaos of their careers. Their sprawling Nashville property became a place where she could be a wife and a mom to their 2 daughters, Sunday, Rose and Faith Margaret. Away from the paparazzi. The move to Nashville was the first major clue that Kidman's priorities were changing while she kept delivering powerhouse performances in films like Lion and Conquered Television with her production company Blossom Films and Big Little Lies. It was clear that her personal life was no longer on the back burner. Her identity was growing beyond actress to include producer, advocate, wife, and mother. Her work with Blossom Films is especially telling. By creating her own production company, she took control of the narrative, focusing on stories by and about women. Big Little Lies, which she co-produced and starred in, wasn't just a hit show. It was a cultural phenomenon that started a global conversation about female friendships and trauma. This move into producing was a smart pivot, letting her shape the industry from behind the camera, a place with more power and less personal exposure. Then you notice the shift in her interviews. Over the past few years, she started talking less about ambition and more about gratitude, less about awards and more about the love of the work itself. This is the real admission we're talking about. It's not a single confession. It's an admission made through years of actions and choices. By moving to Nashville, she admitted she needed a quiet life. By starting her production company, she admitted she wanted more control. And through her interviews, she's admitted that her definition of success has completely changed. It perfectly sets the stage for the rumors about her most significant move yet. Recently, the celebrity news world started buzzing. Reports from the Portuguese media outlet SIC Notícias claimed that Nicole Kidman had been spotted in Cascais, a beautiful coastal town near Lisbon. The reason, she was allegedly there to submit paperwork to the country's migration agency. In other words, the rumors say she's applying for residency in Portugal. Now, this is the shift that makes everything click into place, but it's important to know that these reports are, as of now, unconfirmed by major international outlets or Kidman's team. Immediately, questions started swirling, especially when it was noted that her husband, Keith Urban, wasn't mentioned in the reports. But sources quickly clarified that his absence was likely just logistical, as he was in the middle of a U.S. tour, and applicants often need to be physically present. But the bigger question is, why Portugal? And what would a move like this mean? If the rumors are true, this wasn't a random decision. It's been reported that the couple may already own an apartment in Lisbon, showing a long-standing affection for the country. Further reports suggest Kidman might be interested in a property in the ultra-exclusive Costa Terra Golf and Ocean Club, a luxury development south of Lisbon. This isn't just any gated community. It's a haven built for privacy, a place where the world's elite go to escape. Choosing a place like Costa Terra would be a statement. It's a choice for tranquility, security, and a life shielded from the public eye, place where her daughters could grow up with the freedom that's nearly impossible in Los Angeles. Portugal itself has become a magnet for people seeking an escape, thanks to its beautiful climate, rich culture, and a more relaxed pace of life. But for someone like Kidman, the most valuable thing Portugal offers might just be a sense of anonymity, a place where she can be a person first and a celebrity second. This is the heart of the admission. By even considering residency in Portugal, Nicole Kidman is showing that the Hollywood ecosystem, the one she mastered for 40 years, may no longer be enough for the life she wants to lead. Sources have been quick to say that Nashville would remain their primary home. This wouldn't be an abandonment of their American life, but the creation of a new, European anchor. It paints a picture of a truly global family, with roots in Australia, a home base in America's music city, and now, potentially, a peaceful sanctuary on the coast of Europe. She's recentering her life around the things she said matter most: family, well-being, and authentic experiences. It would be easy to see these rumors and think she's signaling her retirement, but that would be a huge misunderstanding of Nicole Kidman's passion. This isn't about ending her career. It's about changing her relationship with it. By untethering her personal happiness from the industry's demands, she might actually be freeing herself up to do her best work yet. Her recent interviews are filled with excitement for her craft. "I choose projects because I feel compelled to tell the story," she said in one conversation. Time, as you get older, becomes the most precious thing. That feeling that time is precious is everything. She's no longer willing to spend it on projects that don't ignite her passion. A potential European base would give her the freedom to be even more selective. She can fly in for a project that truly matters, work with a director she admires, and then return to her sanctuary. Far from the industry noise, her commitment to her work is still fierce. In 2024, she was honored with the prestigious AFI Life Achievement Award, a testament not just to her incredible performances but also to her tireless advocacy for women in film. For years, through her production company and her personal pledges, Kidman has worked to create opportunities for female directors and writers. This is not the work of someone winding down. It's the work of someone rechanneling her energy. She understands that real power in Hollywood isn't just being in front of the camera. It's deciding who gets to be behind it. Her advocacy also extends far beyond Hollywood. As a long-standing goodwill ambassador for both UNICEF and UN Women, she has used her global platform to fight for the rights of women and children worldwide. This work isn't a side note to her career. It's central to who she is. So what does her acting future look like? It looks like quality over quantity. It looks like exciting projects she's passionate about, like the upcoming A24 film, Baby Girl, and the highly anticipated sequel Practical Magic 2. It means she'll keep taking on challenging roles, but she'll do it from a position of power and peace, without needing anyone else's approval. So, what is it that Nicole Kidman is finally admitting? It's not one big secret. It's a truth that has become obvious through her actions over the years. She is admitting that the old-school markers of Hollywood success, box office numbers, awards, the chase for fame are no longer her driving force. She's been there, done that, and has the Oscar on her shelf to prove it. She's admitting that privacy and peace are not just luxuries, but essentials for a fulfilling life, especially for her family. The rumors about Portugal, whether they pan out or not, perfectly aligned with her long-term goal of protecting her personal sanctuary, and she's admitting that her legacy will be defined by more than just her movies. It will be defined by her advocacy, her work lifting up other women, and her commitment to being a present mother and wife. This entire journey from Nashville to the rumors about Lisbon, from actress to producer, from icon to advocatees, a masterclass in how to evolve. Nicole Kidman played the Hollywood game better than almost anyone for 40 years. And now, she's changing the rules. She is proving that you can have a legendary career without sacrificing your soul. The potential move to Portugal is the latest stroke in a portrait she has been painting for years. A portrait of a woman who is globally minded, fiercely intelligent, and deeply committed to her family and her craft. She isn't leaving Hollywood behind. She's just putting it in its proper place as one important part of a rich and varied life. But not the only part. In the end, Nicole Kidman's rumored interest in a new life in Portugal isn't a shocking twist, but a logical and inspiring next step in her personal journey. It's the ultimate confirmation of what we've all suspected, that for Nicole Kidman, the role of a lifetime is the one she is directing herself. What do you think? Do these rumors signal a new trend for Hollywood legends? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We have plenty more stories about the stars and the fascinating choices they make. Thanks for watching.